Hello and welcome to another video from the Board Scrambler. My name is Dan and today I'm going to invite you to join me as I scramble up Gribin in Snowdonia. And just in case you're not aware, there are actually two Gribins. There is one on Snowdon, as in Mount Snowdon, and there's one on a nearby mountain range. Just so we understand each other, I will be climbing up Gribin Ridge, which leads up to Snowdon. This is a fantastic, short but sweet grade 1 scramble. If you're not familiar with the area, the route starts from the popular miners track and it goes onto a ridge. It's a really nice grade 1 scramble. It goes onto a ridge and then finishes off very close to the Watkins Path. So this scramble is essentially sandwiched between two very popular walking routes that lead you up to the top of Snowdon. This is a great opportunity for me to share with you a route that I first went on about 12 years ago, and believe it or not, this was the first route that actually got me started with scrambling. I found it completely by chance, and by the time I got to the top I said I loved it. That was the best route I've ever been on up Snowdon. I want to do more like this. So I'm revisiting a place I haven't been for a number of years. It was 12 years ago I first did this scramble, and it's because of this that I've spent the last 12 years pretty much every summer scrambling, and in recent years I've been scrambling for 4 seasons throughout the year. So I'm hoping that you'll join me on this route and that you'll enjoy watching it as much as I enjoy scrambling up Gribin. Now, where am I today? Where am I right now? I'm parked in a Layby, about a mile away, just under a mile from the popular Penny Pass car park. Now, I refuse to park in that car park because it's ridiculously expensive. In the summer, it's a prepay only car park. We're now, I think we're on the 10th or the 11th of November today, so it has reverted to a pay and display car park, but it still costs over £10 to park there. And I am currently in a Layby, like I say, about a mile away. It's £4 to park here all day, and it's only a fairly short walk up to Penny Pass car park. Now, on the bottom of your screen you're going to see a postcode, and if you were to put this postcode into a sat nav, it would bring you right to this very spot where I am now. And this is really handy if you're not familiar with the area. You can just punch that postcode in and you'll see exactly where I am. You're also going to see on your screen 3 rather random words, and if you haven't downloaded an app called What 3 Words, I recommend that you do so. It's a free app. You can get it for the iPhone and for Android, and if you put those 3 words into the app, you'll see a map appears and you'll be able to pinpoint my precise location to within a couple of meters. Now, if I come across a landmark or a place of interest throughout my trek today, I will put 3 words up on the bottom left hand corner of your screen, and you're more than welcome to put those words into the What 3 Words app, and you'll be able to explore the area in a little more depth. That means you can really zoom in and have a look at the geography and see exactly where I am on the route. I think this is a great way for you to explore the area in a little more depth from the comfort of your own home. It'll give you an idea of where I am, where I'm heading, and what the terrain is like. I'm going to get my kit ready and I'm going to make my way up to Penny Pass car park. I'll get onto the miners track and take some more shots further up. Hopefully the weather will clear. If not, I'm sure that I'll still have a great day. So please join me as I make my way up towards Gribin and the fantastic grade 1 scramble. Right. You can probably see my car behind me, looking a little bit lonely. I think I'm the only person here. I'm just going to show you. Oh wow, that view is looking incredible. Oh, I think the cloud might be clearing. That would be great. I'm just going to show you the path so you don't have to walk up the road to Penny Pass car park. This is a much more enjoyable path than going up the road. And I think, have a look at this, the cloud. It's clearing. Just so you can get your bearings, there's my car on the right. That's the Llyn Path, going up to Penny Pass car park, up there. That's down to the Watkins Path. Did I mention the view? That's not too bad for a Wednesday morning, a Wednesday November morning. just to give you an idea of where you're going. That's the path. This pretty much runs parallel to the road and take you up to Penny Pass car park, about a mile. Well, that didn't take long to reach Penny Pass car park, about 15 minutes, pretty straightforward. I'm making my way up the miners track. I'll go around a couple of lakes and make my way up to the start of Gribin Ridge. I'm actually really excited about this today. The weather looks like it might break. It's one of those days where it could go either way, or it could be cloudy on the ground and maybe the summit will be pushing through the cloud base, which would be even better. Nonetheless, pretty excited. That's Penny Pass car park, and that's the path I took from the Layby. About 15, just over 15 minutes to walk up. Don't know how well you can see that. It's almost a cloud inversion. You can see the mountain tops rising above the clouds. Maybe if some of those top clouds will burn off, we'll get a real nice inversion. still on the miners track, not too far from Gribin now, maybe 15 minutes. And as you can see, well and truly in the cloud now. Just crossed over the stream, as you can see behind me. Very, very atmospheric today. A little bit more water in there than I thought, definitely more than last time. If you have a look behind me, very atmospheric today. And behind me now, you can see the route just about, which will take me up to Gribin and then onto Snowdon up on the right. And just so you can get your bearings, that's the miners track, which joins up with the pig track just to the right of that waterfall. Well, as you can see from behind me, I'm now beginning to rise up towards Gribin proper, leaving the lake behind me and the miners track behind me. Literally just off in the distance in the cloud is the pig track, and directly in front of me is Snowdon, but you can't see that obviously with the cloud. I'm still hopeful that it will clear. The route's fairly easy going so far. You've got the usual slippery rocks which you would expect on a scrambling route. It doesn't get that much footfall, but the going's been fairly easy so far. The miners track is a straightforward route, even in the rain. Never felt slippy on the miners track. Well polished rocks, but they're not slimy. Now coming on to Gribin proper, you can feel it's getting a little bit more slippery underfoot. Some really good scrambling to be had on the Gribin Ridge. As you can see from behind me, that's pretty much what you can expect. I think this is a really underrated route, perhaps because of the long walking to get to this route. You have quite some considerable distance to walk along the miners track, which probably puts off a lot of people. I mean, you're spoilt for choice in Snowdonia for scrambling routes, and you've got a good hour and a quarter, maybe an hour and a half if you're slow walking, just to get to the start. And I think that's one of the reasons why this is a underused route. But there's some really good quality scrambling up this ridge, and it's comparable to Trevan's North Ridge. Very similar sort of scrambling, same sort of terrain, similar to Bristly Ridge as well, if I may say so. If you want to go off the beaten path but you want to stay on the Snowdon mountain range, I definitely would try this route in the summer, where you've got better visibility and the ground conditions are much drier. As for me, well, I'm loving it. As you can see. Well, there you go. I'm nearly at the top of Gribin, and that is pretty much what it's been like all the way up. Only got a short distance to go, and I'll be very close to the Watkins Path, which I'll probably take up to the top today. Fortunately, the cloud didn't clear. Well, after reaching the top of Gribin, it took about 5 minutes, maybe less than that, to get to the Watkins Path, which you can just about make up down there and along here to the right. Easy to miss if you don't know the area. So that's it. That's today's little scramble over. I'm going to make my way up to the top of Snowdon, and we'll see what the weather's like at the top. It did say the cloud cover may break, but I don't think it's going to by the look of it. But still, it's been an absolutely fantastic day. I've really enjoyed that. It's a lovely little scramble up Gribin. A little bit wet, obviously, this time of year. Quite normal, as you'd expect. Visibility's never been more than maybe 50 meters at most, which is fine for me. But obviously, this is your first time up here. That's probably not going to be fine for you unless you're good with a map and a compass. But it's a great little route. I'm going to notch this one down as a summer route. I've done it before, so I'm making my way back down to my car with the Penny Pass car park behind me. So where the filming finished last, I made my way onto the Watkins Path and up to the summit of Snowdon. Rather uneventful, very cloudy. I couldn't see really more than 30-40 meters in any direction, but still a nice little route up to the top of Snowdon. I then came down the pig track and back onto the miners track, and just then the clouds started to clear, as you can see now. Perfect visibility now, so I managed to get some really nice shots of Gribin. So it's a really nice day. Really enjoyed it today. Just wanted to answer a question that you might have. Is this route suitable for beginners? And by beginner I mean somebody who's never done a scramble before. You know, perhaps somebody who's done a few routes up Snowdon but wants to try their hand at scrambling. Well, I really like this route because it joins the miners track with the Watkins Path, and they're two very popular routes. So if you do this in the summer, you are still in a very popular area. You're not straying too far, and the route itself is a very nice scramble. There's some good quality scrambling up on that ridge, as you saw. So I think in the summer, when the weather's fine, good visibility, and perhaps more importantly, when the ground isn't so greasy and it's dry, I think that makes for an excellent scrambling route. It's a grade 1 scramble, and yeah, I'd be happy to recommend that to somebody in the summer. The caveat is, come winter, as you've seen, navigation can be a bit tricky if you're not familiar with the area. And as you saw, some of those rocks were very greasy, which is quite normal on a scrambling route because, hello sheep, because very few people walk up the route, so you get a lot of mould growing on the rocks and it just doesn't get brushed off, or it doesn't get knocked off by people walking up there. So it's very greasy. It's quite common on less popular scrambling routes. So I'm going to give that route a thumbs up for the summer and a thumbs down for the winter. Obviously only you know your abilities. Obviously it's up to you if you decide to go on that route. I'll probably give it a miss in the winter if it's been raining in the days before, because it was quite greasy up there. So that's it. I'm making my way back to the car. As you can see, typical that the cloud clears on the way down. Probably got a clear summit up there now, but visibility was pretty much 30, 40, 50 meters at the summit. About 25 people up there today. That was it. Got chatting to a guy on the way up and a lady on the way down, and that's it. It's another fine day done. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this video and it's given you another scrambling route to consider. My name's Dan, I'm the Board Scrambler. You'd be doing me a massive favour if you hit the like button on this video. Even more karma if you subscribe to my channel, where you'll receive similar videos to this one, where I go scrambling around Snowdonia and other locations within the UK. And perhaps more importantly, if you've really enjoyed this video, or if you have a comment, or if you haven't enjoyed it, just leave me a comment in the comment section below. Perhaps you could let me know if you've been up this route, or you want to try this route, or you just have a comment or even a criticism. Just let me know, hit me up in the comment section. It would be great to get people talking about this route. It's an underused route in Gribin, and I really like it. I really enjoy it. This is the 4th time I've been up there. I think I'm going to give it a miss for a while now. So many other routes to do, but I just wanted to go back and revisit a route that I first did 11-12 years ago that got me hooked on scrambling. So there you are, that was it. Such a shame I couldn't get some more beautiful panning shots, but unfortunately that is the case with the weather up here in the mountains. One day it can be like this, within a few hours it can be visibility down to, you know, barely a few meters, and that's just the way it is. So it's a shame I couldn't get some better footage of the scramble up, but it is what it is, and at least giving you some hints and tips on some parking, and you know a little bit more about the route now. So that's it. I'm Dan, the Board Scrambler. That's theboardscrambler.co.uk. Hit me up and visit my website, and don't forget to leave me a comment. Have a great day, keep safe, and maybe I'll see you on the mountains one day.